Morning, welcome to my channel, Michelle Ramon. How's everybody doing today? Today is Monday again. I just wanted to discuss, like right now, the biggest hurdle for me is just getting back into school because after I was brutalized, I was left like kind of like technology debilitated. And it's been really rough. Like, there's certain things that I used to do that I can't really do because, like it just takes so much energy to do certain things online that I used to do that I can't do anymore. Like, I really can't. I mean, like, it's, I know it sounds crazy, but if you go through something really tragic, it's going to affect your learning. It's like PTSD, and it is brain damage. So it's really hard to tell people, oh, I have brain damage. No, no, but I mean, certain things that just as a student, I would easily be able to do, and having a learning disability as well, on top of being brutalized, and my kids viciously ripped from me in this dirty county. It's just been rough. So today's topic is going to be like, try to, if you could get like a support group for your if you could try to get a support group for whatever you're going through, like like, say if you have a loss in the family or a loss of a pet, there's all kinds of support groups out there. Like me, a victim of domestic violence, I need to get in these support groups because they're really going to help me. Because I can network with other moms or people that were brutalized by CPS. They have to have a support group for that. So that's just my YouTube for today. Is just, there's got to be like some help out there for us. If like some people can't, like can't go to the doctor. Like, I haven't been to the doctor. I actually want a new doctor, so I have to sit on the phone and do all that stuff. And when you have anxiety, or you're just trying to concentrate on how to survive a situation, or like how to get back into school when you have a few obstacles of your goals. You just, there's always going to be an obstacle when you have a goal. So try to prioritize things like my voice has been really scratchy. Sorry about that. Like, I don't know exactly how to get into the fields that I want to get into without college, but there's probably support groups for that too. Like, like there's a lot of support. You just gotta find it. So that's just my advice. Like, my daughter was discriminated on at school, and she was being moved from school to school, and they were putting a harness on her, and she said that the other kids got to use a little brush to relax them and soothe them, and they wouldn't let her use it. And the day that my kids were acting up in the cafeteria was the same thing that happened at this little recreational center. They didn't feed them, and they were a little more wilder than normal. And I asked them, I said, well, have they eaten? And for some reason, the social workers were probably conspiring with these people and telling them, like, on the low, like, not really, like, if it was a private conversation, like, oh, well, we feel, they will conspire with other people on the low, like, like, hey, can you meet me here? Because they might know a principal of a school. And that Ren Bradley lady said, oh yeah, it's like she made a comment to me one time, like, she knows a lot of people and stuff, because they basically violated my kids' HIPAA patient privacy. And they weren't even allowed to consent. They didn't have consent to talk to my kids' therapy office. So what they did was they phonied up old inadmissible evidence from an old case, and then tried to get the consent from that case. And it's all fraud. So hopefully this goes viral too with some of the news stations, so we can get this story out there. that they're doing fraudulent stuff and conspiracy to defraud the federal government and the state. So I just need to go because I have a lot of stuff to do today. Guys, I'm still got to write my letters to the Department of Justice, certify mail them, and to the FBI and to the media because I really want my story to go viral so that we can maybe get us a novel made out of what they did to me and about their county. And I have really good ideas for making this movie or the book itself. Like, I feel like, people have, God wants this story to go out. He wouldn't have sent me to this dirty county and everything. Like, I have a calling from God. And so I feel like we should write a book about this county. And it's going to be called Santa Clara County. And there's been multiple people, get in contact with me here and there, like so that I could figure out that it was a lot of corruption in that county because it was just, I kept seeing the same lady on the bus over and over again. And it was just like so weird. Like she would just sit, like tell me little bits about her story, about how her husband took custody and stuff and how the mental health place was like doing fraud in, they were doing fraud in, no, not Morgan Hill. I think it was Hollister, and then I was just, I just kept running into her, and it was just like so ironic that I would just be running into her and she would tell me little bits and pieces about this Chamberlain's mental health care. And so I uncovered that they throw kids into the court systems for the workers because they used to be an orphanage. And these orphanage places get paid. So they're doing some type of money laundering where they're giving these therapy offices a cut of everything, or, it's just really ironic. I was just like, because I've always wanted to be like an investigative news reporter, or like I wanted to be a newscaster actually, just to read the news. But you have to be a journalist first, I think, and you have to do stories, like you have to investigate stuff first too, I guess, in that field. So we just need to make things aware. We need to bring awareness. It doesn't matter if you're afraid that the government's going to come after you and kill you. Okay, well, that was their basically, if someone had to get killed just to stop these people from doing big government corruption, then that was their, what's it called? Their purpose in life. It was to bring awareness that if they will kill somebody to stop what these big government crooked, like with these dirty, there's like, there's good FBI agents and there might be dirty FBI agents that would cover something up, or we don't know if there's, corrupt cops. We do know there's corrupt cops. I'm saying we don't know. We're not going to say everybody's corrupted. We're not going to do that because it's just like saying, oh, because you have this last name, you're tied into this thing, like you're a part of this, like, or, like you would actually be a scam artist. Like, no, you could actually have real issues and not be a scam artist. You could actually work all your life and someone's judging you by your last name because somebody had that same last name. So we're not going to stereotype all the cops. We're not going to, and I think all these crimes against cops and crimes, those cops are innocent. Like they might have killed an innocent cop. Like there's shootings of cops, but they might be really good cops, or they didn't have nothing to do with shooting, someone, that was black or whatever. They're just, they're innocent. Like we can't just take the law into our own hands. We need to focus on God and ask Him, for guidance. And He has a purpose and a calling for our life, whether it's write a book or write a story or make a movie out of something. Or I really want to make a movie out of this Santa Clara County. And it's going to be called Santa Clara County. Well, like with the helicopter coming and, the song that I really wanted for that movie was Jar of Hearts. It's just because we have to show emotion when somebody is kidnapping people's kids, and there's tons of parents that have just killed themselves. Like they weren't suicidal originally. Like, they tried to take one of my records from somewhere, and it's like, I'm not suicidal. Yeah, you might be temporarily in that state of mind because something bad happened to you. It doesn't mean you're always going to be that way, and someone shouldn't use anything that was in a moment of time against you. Like, you could have lost your whole mind because your family got killed, and you could get your sanity back. And that doesn't mean you're an insane person. It doesn't mean you're mental or anything. It doesn't mean you can't pass a background check. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that that particular time you were not in your right mind. But if you're in your right mind now, that's good. I mean, there's people in their right minds that do crazy stuff, so you can't judge or you can't portray someone in a bad light if it was just a temporary moment in their life because something happened, something bad happened, or something tragic happened. Like, I'm constantly losing my mind about losing my kids every day. I lose my mind. Like, I wake up and I'm like, am I going to make it through the day? Okay, well, I got to go because I'm going to start crying. Thank you.